You asked me to figure out where this video was recorded, so I did. Hi, I'm Jose Monkey, and I find people who ask to be found. This is one of those videos that looks almost impossibly hard when you first look at it, but as you start to put the clues together, the location reveals itself readily. So what can we see? When the video opens, we can see this building in the background that has no visible signs. As the camera turns to the left, we can see some lighted signs for some businesses here, but they're all very difficult to read. Next, we see a rather large building. It looks to be about 5 or 6 stories. Then we see some more businesses, but I couldn't really make any of them out. And finally, as the camera finishes panning to the left, we see a Wendy's. The person then starts moving the camera back to the right, and I was able to make out that it was a Taco Bell that I couldn't see before. I also tried to look around for any license plates, and I noted a couple that had kind of blue at the top and kind of white at the bottom, but they were too blurry to make out the details. So I was a bit intrigued about the license plate situation here. The plates that I was seeing looked to me like they were either Illinois plates, Minnesota plates, or maybe like an older style of Iowa plate, but I didn't think that was very likely. But I also saw cars that did not have front plates. And that was kind of weird because all of those states that I mentioned require front plates. So I wasn't sure what to make of that. But I figured I would just start looking in those 3 states that I mentioned. And fortunately, they're all close together. Okay, so start looking, but looking for what? Well, I figured I would just start looking for Taco Bell locations that were very close to Wendy's locations. So that's what I did, and I got a list of 37 different locations where there was a Taco Bell and a Wendy's within 125 meters of each other. Okay, now what? I went back to the video. I decided that that first building that we see might be a Target. And I say that because of how the building looks, but also because we can just barely see a little bit of a red shopping cart here. I also decided that this blurry red and white sign that we see on the corner of this other building was maybe a GameStop. So I figured I would look for Targets that were close to the 37 places I mentioned where the restaurants were. And once I did that, I would further filter that to only show me the Target locations that were very close to GameStop locations. Though honestly, I was a little bit concerned about that because I was not 100% sure that this was a GameStop. And that might not even be a Target. Anyway, I started looking for Target locations. And guys, that's as far as I had to go, because there was only one Target location in that entire area that was close enough to the restaurants. And that was it. You were in this parking lot near the Target in Munster, Indiana. Okay, now I know what you're thinking. Jose Monkey, you said you were looking in Illinois, Minnesota, and Iowa. Where the heck did Indiana come from? Okay, so hear me out. When I scoped my search, I was roughly drawing a box around those states, but it included some of the states that were bordering those states. And one of the areas that was included was the western part of Indiana. And in retrospect, it totally makes sense that this place would be in Indiana near the border with Illinois. Indiana does not require front plates, so that tracks. But it would not be uncommon to see Illinois plates in areas of Indiana that are very close to the border with Illinois. And honestly, when I realized that, I kind of kicked myself because both Minnesota and Iowa are bordered by neighboring states that all require front tags as well. So I really should have been looking at that Illinois-Indiana border from the beginning. Anyway, I could not get a Google Street View photo from exactly the place in the parking lot where you were recording this video. But I did get this photo from a little bit farther out where I could see the part of the Target building that is visible in the beginning of the video. And I could see that GameStop on the corner of the other building. It was in fact a GameStop. And I was able to get a pretty good photo of that tall building, which I learned was the Munster Med Inn, which is a nursing and rehab facility. Guys, please like and share, and also go check out the map of all the places I've found for you so far from the videos that you've tagged me in. And if anybody else would like me to find them, record a video where you say, "Find me, Jose Monkey," or something like that on camera, or hold up a sign that says something similar. And don't forget to tag me in a comment on that video.